All right, you guys, here we go. Let's check it out. Dude, I love these new trailers. Pikachu, this is the new set. I knew it was going to be picnic themed. Ooh, we're getting a new Sylveon. Everyday Wonders. Wait, what? Dedenne EX. Okay, there's a supporter card. We're definitely going to go through these cards and read them, guys. Puppy Loving Girl, Small Balloon. That could be really good, actually. Greedent. Snorlax. This is... I'm not gonna lie, this is a really cute trailer. Hisuian Pokemon. Hisuian Zoroark EX! Let's go, dude! Mega Diancie EX? That's a lot of EXs they just showed, huh? Wow. So this is going to be available next Tuesday, you guys. All right, which means Monday evening, potentially. Let's see. Let's check out these cards, and then I'll show you all the extra cards that weren't shown in the trailer. So let's go all the way back here. First card is Pikachu with an Electro Ball. Nothing too crazy there for 40 damage. And then we have Sylveon Non-EX with the ability Soothing Ribbon. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached to it, you may heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. That's not too bad. It's also a non-EX and it's 2 colorless. So you could probably slot this into almost any deck. And then we have a Piplup with Bubble Beam, 2 energy. Flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. And then we have Dedenne EX, 120 Dedenne Circuit. This attack does 40 damage for each Pokemon tool attached to all of your Pokemon. So in theory, you could do 160 damage for only 2 energy, right? Because if the active Pokemon has a tool and then all 3 of your bench have a tool, that's not too bad. I don't think it's going to see play because of that 120 HP, bro. You can just like... blow at it and it'll probably get knocked out for 2 prize points. We'll see though. Well, maybe not with a giant cape, right? Puppy Loving Girl. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Put all Pokemon you find there that have the Puppy Pile attack into your hand. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get more Puppy Pile Pokemon support. Similar to Sweet's Relay, we literally only got, what, like Lillipup that had the move previously? So now we're actually going to get more. At least that's what I hope for. Or else this card literally just says, draw your Lillipup from your deck, from the top of your deck, right? All right, nope, there it is. We got more Puppy Piles. We have Growlithe and Yamper, and Puppy Pile says, reveal all of your Pokemon in play and in your hand that have Puppy Pile attack. This attack does 20 damage for each Pokemon you've revealed this way. So, like, I mean, if you fill up your entire deck, you guys, this could be kind of crazy. This could be really, like, Puppy Pile might be meta, right? I don't know. I don't know how you... Because what I'm thinking is in a 20-card game deck, you could cheese this out, right? Potentially, especially since it's colorless. I don't know. Only time will tell. Let's keep going. Let's see what they got here. More Puppy Piles, more Puppy Piles. They're all basic puppies, though. Puppy Loving Girl, we just talked about that. Okay, Small Balloon, the retreat cost of the basic Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 less. That's not bad. This is literally Inflatable Boat, but for every basic Pokemon. Inflatable Boat works for water Pokemon. You could have that on something that's a stage 2 and it still will reduce by 1. However, this is all basic Pokemon reduced by 1, and most basic Pokemon are already retreating for 1 unless they're, you know, kind of thick. So I think this is a very strong tool. Already off rip. There's our Greedent. This Pokemon is now asleep for 100 damage. That's it. Oh, we got ourselves a Snorlax here. 130, massive body ability. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponents can't play any stadium cards from their hand. I wonder. I don't know if that's going to be crazy good. We have a Slowpoke with Growl. During your opponent's next turn, attacks used by that Pokemon do minus 20 damage. And then a Quagsire here. One of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks is chosen at random. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use the chosen attack. I feel like that's a really good control effect, actually. What else we got? Hisuian Lilligant. Oh, yeah, the Hisuian Pokemon. Oh, no, I'm covering this up a little bit. I'll just read it to you guys. My bad, my face is here. Sorry. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, this attack does 20 more damage, and it already does a base of 40 for 1 energy. So that's not bad at all. right? And then we have Hisuian Gudra with the ability Securely Sheltered. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon takes -80. I can see why it's a dragon type, because that's kind of busted. Honestly, you can probably just wait it out by getting lucky heads and just reducing the amount of damage you get, and then you just get your actual energy to hit for heavy impact for 120. But now the Pokemon I want to talk about is Hisuian Zoroark EX, 150, 3 energy. They're all colorless, so maybe you throw this in with a Ho-Oh, and the move is Spiteful Illusion for a base of 80. This attack does 20 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Actually, I think you play this with Graveyard and Gorgeist. I don't know if you would run this with Ho-Oh. I think you want to play it with cards that discard. And then, dude, I literally just uploaded a Houndstone Graveyard deck. I think Hisuian Zoroark would be so incredibly good in that deck. What the heck? Maybe even like 2 Klefkis too, because you can get this guy up to a lot of damage. And it's a stage 1 too. Fantastic card. Guys, I'm already cooking. I'm already cooking here. And then Mega Diancie, 170 HP. Brilliant Storm, 40 for 3 colorless. This attack does 20 more damage for each psychic energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. It's kind of rough. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like this is kind of rough. You have a couple options. You could run this with Mega Gardevoir and start ramping up everything, right? And then get this guy online and potentially hit for a lot. But like Mega Gardevoir already has a ton of HP. And if you're hitting with Mega Gardevoir, you're probably just going to win the game with Mega Gardevoir. There's no reason for this card. Or maybe you run this with Fantina and Drifloon, right? And those types of cards, maybe Giratina in the back and a Dawn to potentially just get this going by turn 2, going second potentially. Yeah, I think that might be the best way to go about it, maybe. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Let me know in the comments how you guys would run Mega Diancie. Is that it? Everyday Wonders. I love the name. It's not bad. All right, let's see if we got anything over on Discord. All right, it looks like we have this right here, which is a wallpaper. I don't think we see any new Pokemon. We just kind of see the Pokemon that we've already seen in the trailer, which isn't that bad. This is kind of cute too. It goes with the whole picnic theme, if you will. They're all sleeping on Snorlax's belly. Next up is a promo card for Growlithe. I guess they're really leaning into the puppy pile aspect with this theme. That's going to be the Wonder Picks, the Chansey Pick event, and we're going to be able to get some cool stuff there, being what are these, the binders and the wallpaper. And then finally, the promo card is Hisuian Zorua, which has the move Runaround that says switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, that's not too bad. And honestly, kind of leans into the whole puppy pile theme. Even though it's not a puppy pile, it's kind of a puppy Pokemon. All right, and now to round off, it looks like it's going to be actually releasing. I know what the video said, but it says here Monday. So this next upcoming Monday, June 29th at 6 p.m. PDT. So put that into your, time zone converter to figure out what time zone actually what time on Monday night. I think that's going to be like around maybe 9 p.m. for me. I actually have no idea. I'm going to have to check. And here are the Pokemon. Let's see if there's anything else that we possibly missed. We do have some events coming up, so I guess we could talk about that. The early to mid-June events, we have Take on Other Players in the Everyday Wonders Emblem event. So we're going to have our regular monthly emblem event. Mid-July, during the community week, special missions will be available where you can trade and share cards to obtain trade hourglasses, special accessories, and rewards. And then the mid to late July, by winning special solo battles, you can score B-Series Volume 10 promo packs featuring Hisuian Zorua during the Hisuian Zorua drop event. You can also obtain Growlithe and the Emolga cards during a Wonder Pick event. I don't think we saw the Emolga at all here, but yeah, there you guys have it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Picnic theme, I'm pretty excited for the Hisuian Zoroark, man. That thing, just the fact that we're getting Hisuian Pokemon makes me pretty excited, because that means we're probably also going to be getting Legend ZA Pokemon. Hopefully, fingers crossed, very soon. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like, hype, and subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.